Following Jesus is about faith, and here at Testify, we give people the opportunity to share their stories about how they know that Jesus is real. When I was 21 years old, my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer, terminal. Over the next couple years, it was just a journey of in and out of hospital, kind of this emotional roller coaster. I was just trying to hold it together. It was a time where every time she would go into the hospital, I would think, maybe she's going to get better. Maybe she's going to get cured this time. So she would always come out, not necessarily as good as she was before, but better. And then I kept thinking, if I just had a little more time, maybe there's going to be a cure or some miracle that's going to happen. When I just about to turn 24, 4 days before my birthday, it was the day, I remember it so clearly because it was the day that of my parents' 29th anniversary and a month before my sister's wedding, and she passed away. I remember in that tornado of grief coming to a complete stop right there, and I was just begging a God that I didn't even know, please, Lord, I just need one more minute. I need one more hour, one more day. I just need a little more time with her. There are things that I still mourn today. I mourn that she never met my son. She didn't get to know my husband. But in that moment of chaos back then, God just met me there. I was filled with this unexplainable peace in the chaos. To this day, I haven't felt anything like it. When I was going through that terrible, completely unexpected but expected torment, the creator of the universe, the author of all things, the source of love and kindness and goodness, he gave me himself. A couple years after that, I started to follow Jesus, and I have followed him every day since. So a couple years ago, I went on retreat, and it was in the nature, and it was a beautiful walk. There were a ton of mosquitoes, but I was kind of soldiering on through that. And then I went through the trail, and I just remember walking up to this one spot, and I just had a complete filling of the Holy Spirit. I mean, it was overwhelming, and it was filling, and I couldn't stop crying and laughing at the same time. It was this spiritual encounter that I had never even dreamed would be available to me. And that was basically the catalyst for Testify. Testify is a place where it's a platform where real people can tell their true stories about how they know that Jesus is real. This is the most valuable gift that we have. We don't have anything else of worth in this world, and we want to share it with others. We want people to know that this life is not just black and white, it's not just filled with pain, but it's filled with redemption. And we can see this life not for its misery, but for its beautiful joy, and through the lens of God's grace and his love that makes it completely this technicolor landscape. Where I'm sitting right now in this very space, I was actually reminded that I was standing here 15 years ago. We were thinking that, hey, this would be a great space to dedicate to the Lord. It was just concrete walls and a concrete floor, and there was nothing even here, but at that time it didn't work out. And then 15 years later, 15 years, it's been completely transformed. And now is the time where God speaks right here through people's stories about him. It's been transformed, and then we talk about how God has transformed lives. The Holy Spirit resides here, and when people speak their testimony, it is for the glory of the Lord. Our testimonies have value because they're our proof of the Lord, and we want to share them with others. So I hope you enjoy them, and you enjoy hearing from real people who tell real stories about how they know that Jesus is real. Thanks for joining us.